for institutions like hotels and many others for home comfort. With every piece telling a story of royal excellence, our products are built with the highest quality materials made to last. Experience royalty with Royal Foam Furniture, proudly made in Uganda, so buy Uganda and build Uganda. Visit our showrooms at Ginger Road, Chambogo Junction, Bukota Chisasi Road, and on Victoria Mall, Entebbe, on the first floor.
My friend Baka was found to be positive for Mpox at his old age. He needs our prayers. By the way, Timo, did you know that Mpox-related deaths occur among people with underlying conditions like HIV/AIDS, diabetes, malnutrition, and other old age-related illnesses?
Of late, I've not been following Mpox issues. I thought it wasn't that serious. So, are you saying that as long as one has any underlying condition and feels unwell, just run to the hospital?
Yes! You do not have to wait. If you have any of the signs and symptoms like a body rash, a fever, headache, and body weakness, visit your nearest health facility immediately. We do not have to take any chances, my brother.
We need to immediately inform our peers in the club to be careful.
You see, with Mpox, the magic is in getting treatment early. Those who have suffered severe disease, they wasted a lot of time either treating themselves or ignoring the disease.
Save your life. Seek treatment early. Only from professional health workers whenever you feel unwell. For more information
About Mpox,
call a Ministry of Health toll-free line on 0800 1066 or send a free SMS to YouReport on 8500. This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health Uganda
with support from UNICEF, WHO,
and its partners.
Ready to transform your commutes? Embrace a greener, more affordable way to travel and promise of agile entrepreneurship with e-mobility. The future is here. E-mobility is tackling today's most daunting challenges. See it in action at the National E-Mobility Expo 2025, September 18th to 19th at the Kira Vehicle Plant in Jinja. Head to our digital channels and follow the link www.neme.kiramotors.com to register.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda Extra.
Welcome back from that break away from Mpox. Now I return with issues regarding poverty. We know that many people still in our country, of course, every year we have tremendous improvement, more running out of the poverty bracket. But we still have about 39% of our people who are not in the money economy. These Ugandans only think of growing food to eat. They're not able to invest or anything. Now with me, I have a gentleman, Rotarian Dr. Opul Joseph, who is a lecturer at Gulu University, but also the director of Opul Skilling Foundation Africa and Quality Education Consultancy Limited, with whom we are going to be discussing lifting 800 million people out of poverty. I don't know if even our country has gotten to this figure, definitely not. So I want to...
We are still very far.
We are still very far.
That is the Chinese experience that we are going to be learning from. Yeah.
Now to begin with, who is Dr. Opur Joseph? Who are you?
Yeah, thank you so much. I call you RK in summary. Robert, my name is Joseph Opul. I'm a lecturer from Gulu University. And right now, as we are talking, all team Gulu University, they are all TVs live watching this show. The students, the lecturers, and all the staff. And then people from Acholi sub-region, from Teso, across Uganda, those in the Caribbean, Cambodia, Fiji, the Gambia, South Africa, Lesotho. They are listening, watching this show now. And then also, besides teaching, I run Opul Skilling Foundation Africa, where we are targeting to lift 20 million Ugandans out of poverty in the next between 5 to 10 years. I hope that the good Lord can help me achieve this. And then also I run a consultancy called Quality Education Consultancy Limited. We are legally registered in Uganda, South Sudan, Rwanda, Kenya, DRC and Tanzania. And in all those organizations, including Gulu University where I teach, I do a contribution as far as poverty eradication is concerned. At one time we had a meeting with the First Lady and the President in the State House, and 95% of our speech, she was saying that if the teaching fraternity can really make commendable contribution as far as poverty eradication is concerned, I think poverty would exit Uganda in the next 10 years. Imagine from primary, from secondary to the university, tertiary institutions, and so on. So that is briefly about me. And then, of course, I serve as a member of Rotary Club of Soroti Central in Teso. This is one of the best organizations in the world to be. I'm in Rotary on earth and in heaven. I've not yet gone to heaven, but if I go and find that the Rotary is there, I will ask God that, please God, I want to continue serving in Rotary even while in heaven. And also, most importantly, even as far as my role of lifting people out of poverty is concerned, I don't know whether there's poverty in heaven. But if I go to heaven and find out there's poverty, I will still ask God, I want to continue with my role of lifting people out of poverty. So I think in summary, that is one person called Opul Joseph. And maybe lastly, I forgot to tell you that I'm also a postdoctoral fellow at the University of Dar es Salaam. I do teach there once in a while as a visiting lecturer. So I am doing a very commendable work for this country, for this continent, and for the global community. Now, in your introduction, for me, I'm interested to know, where is your connection with fighting poverty? What drove you? Do you have are you an expertise in fighting poverty? That is my interest. Yeah, thank you so much, Robert. First of all, maybe to give you context, recently I was nominated by government of Uganda. That is His Excellency the President of Uganda through Honorable Oriem Okello, who is the State Minister for Foreign Affairs, and then also is a Member of Parliament hopeful for Chua East in Kitugum, actually sub-region, to attend a seminar on poverty eradication in China. In the last 1 month I've been in China, and his reason for nominating me, or for government nominating me, not from the blue, not for any favoritism, but because government of Uganda, especially through Honorable Okello Oriem, they know that through Opul Skilling Foundation Africa, we are very passionate. We are doing our best day and night, trying to lift people out of poverty, and we do that through training people on entrepreneurship, training people to start businesses, training people to accelerate businesses for those who already have some businesses. We say that, you could be having some challenges here and there, and therefore we want to support you on how you can be able to improve the businesses that you currently have, so that you can create more jobs, you can generate more revenue, you can scale up your production, and very many more others. And then, Robert, to tell you the truth is that there is no local organization in the world that is targeting to lift 20 million people out of poverty. It is only on record Opul Skilling Foundation Africa that is trying to do so. For the international organizations, we know MasterCard Foundation, which is an international organization, is targeting about 30 million. That is at international level. And that's why you find out that recently when I was in China, I was given an award. The Chinese government was shocked to know that there can be one individual through his organization who has interest, who has the passion, who has the drive to lift about 20 million people out of poverty. This was something very shocking to the Chinese government, to the people of China, and that's why they gave me an award. And then also on top of giving me an award, I was given a platform to present in a very big international forum, China Arab States International Conference on Trade and Agriculture. And I was the only African who was given that platform to present in such a big forum with the over 1,000 delegates, and then in the exhibition with the, I think, over 100,000 people in such. So that is the context number one under which I am involved. First of all, I am not a trained person on issues of poverty, like an economist and so on, but I have come to study, I have come to learn that one does not have to be an economist in order to support the community, in order to support the country. You just need to have a heart. I think the qualification which I have in as far as poverty is concerned, I have the drive, I have the willingness, I have the passion, I have the heart to support government of Uganda, to support the international community as far as lifting people from poverty is concerned. And right now, having come back from China, where I saw how China was able to lift 800 million people in the last 40 years. Now, our population is about 45 million. So I am highly motivated that, yeah, if China can lift 800 million, now my 20 million is very, very possible. Very, very possible. And Robert, to tell you and the viewers who are following us right now, is that what the Chinese government has done for the last 40 years in lifting people out of poverty is not very far from some of the things that we're doing in Uganda. I can say that about 50% of what we are doing in Uganda is being done in China. But there is a variation as far as the outcome and the impact is concerned. The results are high in China. The results are slightly lower in Uganda. And that's what I want to share with the Ugandans today. And if we can fix those, in the next 10, 15 years, poverty will be on its way out of Uganda, especially what we call absolute poverty. Because even Kenya, I mean even China, has been able to lift people out of absolute poverty, but there is also still what we call relative poverty. You talked about if we are able to have, at least everybody is able to have food. You understand, people are not sleeping without food. They cannot afford medical care, fair dressing, and all this. I think that should be our focus as far as Uganda is concerned. And then we also continue now with those absolute, relative poverty.
Doctor, please take me through your model.
Yes,
of fighting poverty, because we know Uganda, we've had attempts. If there is any country that has made attempts, I'm very sure my country, Uganda, has. And we've done that very, very well. The results are the challenge. I can mention programs until the cows return home that this government has put in place to fight poverty. And when you go to northern Uganda, NUSAF 1, 2, 3, come to wealth creation, youth livelihood, Emyoga, Operation Wealth Creation, we had NADS. There's so much that we have, and we are still more.
Now we have PDM.
We have PDM, you see, but they are not in tandem. Input vis-a-vis output.
Yes.
Of course, fighting poverty is not by a blink or a click of a button. It's a progress. It's a process. But still, you pour in much, harvest little. That wouldn't be good business. So let me look at your program and see if it's any different from what we've been doing.
Robert, to start with what we do as Opul Skilling Foundation Africa, before I come and share with you the experience from China, is that one, lifting people out of poverty, or let me say doing business, is not charity. Business has stages, and you must find a certain Chirabo in Katakwi understand the way it is. Why is Chirabo is 40 years now? He doesn't have a cow, he doesn't have a goat, he doesn't have a hen in his home. So if you don't start from where this person is or where the community is, you are likely to come with the right medicine for a wrong disease. That is one. So we normally try to emphasize that. Let's start from where the person is, and then we continue from there. And this is closely in relationship with what is taking place in China. What the Chinese government has done very, very well is the accurate poverty analysis of individuals in the community, and then the community itself, or say, let me say, village, individuals in that village. That is accurate identification of the problem of every individual or every household in that village is very, very key. And if a medical person, we have been having a doctor right now, we are talking about mpox. If when you go to the doctor, the first thing the doctor will do, they will ask you the history of your problem. After the history, they will ask you to go and do diagnosis in the laboratory. Now, the results from the laboratory will inform what kind of medication that they are supposed to be given. That is what the Chinese government has done very, very well. And I can assure you that I think we have gaps as a country in that area. You have just been saying that since President Museveni came to power in 1986, very good program. There was a first program called Etandikwa. I think that's a Uganda word, meaning that to give you something to start with. What were the results of Etandikwa? Many people went and married women, many people went and drank, many people went and did ABCD.
Did they believe they were being thanked or appreciated for having...
whatever was in their mind, I am not able to know what was in their mind, but at the end of the day, the money was blown. So the president said, okay, maybe let me change it to another name. There was prosperity for all, there was agriculture. Very many other programs came on board. Up to date, I think the latest program we have right now is the parish development what?
PDM.
PDM model. Now, in all these programs, fortunately I happened to implement some of these programs when I was working in local government in Katakwi district. I was a Gombolola chief at the time, about 20 or so years ago. Actually, the president visited some of...
Some sitting with a big man. Gombolola chief.
Yes, yes. So the president visited my sub-county, and he visited some of the projects. There was a youth program where the youth were given chicks, they were given feeds, they were given medicine, they built for them the house, they even gave them orange seedlings, they gave them mango seedlings. Meaning that you have been given everything.
Yes.
Unfortunately, all the chicks went to be with the Lord. All the chicks went to be with the Lord. Now, when Moses Biaruhanga told him that the president wanted to see that very project, I knew that Moses Biaruhanga wanted me to be sacked. Because the president is coming to see the project which is not there. The project has already died. But now these people, they are bringing the president to see that very project. And then also the president visited my father, Benjamin Abunyang. He had the oranges. So the president came to our home to see the project that my father was doing. Not now me as a sub-county chief, now it was coming home where I am a son in that very home. Now, if you can imagine in such a project, what killed the project? The people were debating to go and clean the houses and who was supposed to do this one and the other one. That is what killed the birds. But the government has given support 100%. And there are very many projects of this nature in Uganda that have died. And the problem is accurate identification of the situation where the people are, and then supporting them from where they are, and then we continue. That is one approach in China. Approach number two, Robert and the viewers, is that the Chinese government they have a policy of no leaving anyone behind. I must develop with the Chirabo. Okay, if I, Opul Joseph, has been able to move slightly better than Chirabo, I should go and pull Chirabo's hand and say, boss, what are your issues? How can I be able to help? We move together. If community, let me say, if
does that involve some caning?
No caning.
Because when I move in my village,
yes,
I'm not an advocate of violence, and I condemn violence to but I find youth that, in my opinion, they don't even need mindset change.
Yes.
mindset change. They need Chiboko.
Chiboko.
Because you find a young man right now.
Yes, yes.
He's drinking.
Yes, yes.
You know, you find others later on, they're going to be in a trading center playing, we call it Omweso. You know that new guy, I don't know.
Yes, yes,
how
yes.
you call it.
Yeah.
Those who funny. I don't even know how they do it.
It is still Omweso is popular, even in Teso, we call it Omweso. I don't know.
See, however, I tried to learn that game, I found myself I wasn't intelligent enough.
Yes, yes.
So
yes.
I wonder, those very intelligent brains,
yes, yes.
who know how to hold small things and in a second, do you know how to play it?
I know how to play it, but I'm an average player.
It takes intelligent people.
I'm not very fast. There are people who can,
yes,
when you start, they have already finished.
One time I went and I stood there and I moved away, noticing these are bright fellas who are just denying to use, let me not, I'm on national TV, but so do those, why do they apply force? Because I think with the Ugandans now, if we've given you chicks, we've given you everything, constructed shelter, these things die. We are romancing poverty.
Yes, yes.
Why don't people here now are talking of coffee? Recently I saw, don't march, coffee. But they'll tell you, here in Uganda we had a Mwanyi Chiboko who are being walloped to plant the coffee that they now cherish. So I don't know, do the Chinese, you've traveled, I haven't.
Yeah.
Do they wallop? Do they?
I will come the walloping bit of it.
Yes.
But first is that the Chinese government, President Xi Jinping has popularized the policy of no leaving anyone behind. In Uganda here, at some time, President Yoweri Museveni was popularizing prosperity for all. Which is similar to what the Chinese government is doing. But in Uganda, when you become, if Chirabo becomes wealthy ahead of a pool, now Chirabo I cannot be able to talk to him. He has fenced his home, he has escorts, he does not have access to anyone in the village.
Because you are a threat to his life.
You are a threat to his life.
Poor people sometimes.
In China, it is a different story. Chirabo should reach out to Opuli Joseph, who is his immediate neighbor, and understand why is Opuli always poor. We are in the same location, maybe even we are the same condition in the past, but you have been able to move. And then also from the government and from the community point of view, if Mbarara district has been able to become wealthy, Mbarara district should be able to go to Katakwi district and say, my people from Katakwi, what are the issues? Can we sit down? How can Mbarara district help you? How can Toro sub-region or Western Uganda help people in Acholi sub-region? How can people in Acholi sub-region help those in Busoga sub-region? So that is what we call no leaving anyone behind. Now coming to the issue of Chiboko, is that in China, first of all, there is a Chinese Communist Party. That is the NRM political party of China. Now, for you to become a member of the Chinese Communist Party, the conditions are extremely very stringent. You must be interviewed, you must be assessed very rigorously before you are admitted as a member of the party. Now, as a member of party, your major role is to help the technical team of China to lift people out of poverty. For example, if an agricultural officer is deployed in Intungamo district or a sub-county in Intungamo district or in Katakwi district, members of the political party, either the chairperson of the NRM of the village, of the parish, or of the sub-county, are deployed with Chirabo, who is a veterinary officer, in a certain village. And you are deployed there not to go and visit the village, but to stay in the village until those people are out of poverty. Whether you stay there for 5 years, what we want to know that people in village X have been lifted out of poverty. You stay there until other people will come and verify that indeed in this village, call it Toroma or Mbarara or Ntungoma or Kitugum, are indeed out of poverty. That's when you will get out of that village. You go back now to, if you are coming from Kirohora, you now go back to Kirohora where they brought you from. Or we redeploy you to Moroto, where you will continue again lifting people out of what? And mark you, Robert, if you fail to lift those people out of poverty, you'll end up loser of China. Where? Luzira, because you wrote a contract with the Chinese Communist Party. You wrote a contract with the NRM of China that if I fail to do this, you will end up in Luzira. Have you seen anywhere where that is done in Uganda? And that's why now I'm coming to note that recently we have had the elections, local council elections, LOC 3, LOC 5, councillor, chairman. We have been electing the members of parliament for political parties, NRM flag bearers. We have been electing the structure elections for NRM party, the chairperson of the NRM, the SEC members, and many more others. I think President Museveni needs to carry a strong whip. He needs to tighten the members of the NRM. If the members, we have so many structures from the chairperson up to the lowest person in the village. If each member of the NRM political party is being assessed on the grounds of lifting people out of poverty, I can assure you in the next 10 years, poverty will be out of Uganda. And then also, before you want to contest as a member of parliament, what are the grounds? What really inspires? Why do you think that you are the best candidate to stand as a member of parliament in district in constituency X? Now, my brother Robert, now people in Uganda here, I think the only qualification for you to become a political leader, a member of parliament or LOC5, you just need to have the money. Yeah, you have the money. Then you go and buy people alcohol in the village, and then you win elections. But I can assure you, there is no country in the world yet on record that has been bribing people, and then the people become rich. It is not there yet, and it will never be there. And then the question I'm asking, why don't these people buy off poverty from the community instead of buying people alcohol? Go and buy poverty in Mbarara, or if you can buy the entire poverty in Uganda. By poverty, I don't know why you whether take it, not our neighbors. Don't take it to Rwanda. Don't take it because it might still come back. Go and put it in the ocean. Because if you are able to bribe people and buy votes, what is difficult with you also buying poverty out of Uganda so that people are becoming rich? Because the issue of the poverty, my brother, it takes time. It needs a process. You must train people. You must guide the people. You must mentor people. And then people will be able to get out of poverty. Now,
doctor, forgive me. Yes. I will have to host you another time.
Yes.
But I must have a recap of Behind the Headlines. That is one of our programs that runs every Wednesday at night.
Yes.
Now, I'll just give you a minute for your parting shot. I was just enjoying every second, every moment, because I love seeing Ugandans rich. But if you're talking of NRM people, please don't leave the party empty. Otherwise, you tell a Ugandan in his party that is going to be even transferred from one position. You may see few members leave the mass party alone. Let's have your parting shots.
So, in conclusion, I would like to join the government of Uganda, the President of the Republic of Uganda, as the President of Uganda, but also the chairperson of NRM political party, the technical people who are working for government, and all civil servant, all ministries, all national organizations, international organizations, local. We want to join hands together in lifting the 20 million people out of poverty that now I'm struggling with through Opul Skilling Foundation Africa. I am very confident, I am very sure that if China is able to lift 800 million people out of poverty, the 45 million people should be really not a big task for the people of Uganda to achieve. We have so many structures. Government has put all the platforms. We have security, we have political networks all over, security and all this. So we have everything that we require. And by the way, in China, people do not own land. Here in Uganda, we own land individually. The president has no right to come and remove my land. But in China, people don't have land, but they are growing more richer than us. So with all those, I am still committed, and I pray that the living God that I serve should help me to work with the president, to work with all the stakeholders, to work with development partners, to make sure that I fulfill my dream of achieving 20 million people out of poverty in this country.
Well, thank you so very much, Doctor. And I pray that your dream sees the light of day.
Amen.
And of course, that many Ugandans will get concerned. If you're doing better, how do you help the other? come out of poverty. But of course, sometimes the challenge we have in Uganda
Yes.
is how people get rich.
Yes,
Some
yes,
don't
yes.
even know,
Yes,
and they
yes,
can't
yes.
explain how they became rich. So how can they
We shall
help
come
you
there.
out of poverty? You can
shall
only
come
give what you have. Have the best of your day. Tomorrow is Friday, and in Good Morning Uganda, it is entertainment. Have the best of your day.
Thank
God
you very
bless
much. Blessings.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala. This is Good Morning Uganda Extra.
For 40 years, your trust has been our most valuable investment.
We have turned your savings into investments.